So you're thinking about moving to Rowlett, Texas? Well, in this video, we're gonna do kind of like what we always do, take you around, show you a few homes in some different price points so you can see what possibly fits inside your budget, but also highlight the good things about Rowlett, which being one of them is right on the lake. And so actually right on the other side is Rockwall. Of course, we have a couple of videos on Rockwall before, but we actually haven't featured Rowlett, but it's nestled right between Dallas and Rockwall on the west side of Lake Ray Hubbard here. So over here, you're gonna get these beautiful sunrises. If you have any place along the lake here, actually there's a apartment complex right here. This is a whole walking trail all through here. This is the scenic park over here. So you can come down here, you can bike, run, do what you want to do. Listen, yeah, nice and quiet out here. You hear the birds chirping, you hear the water kind of splashing up against the shoreline here. Of course, there's some different parks nestled all through, all along the lakeside here as well. So that way, really good spots to come and hang out for the weekend, but also get out here. This is one of the best boating lakes as well. But again, we're gonna show you around Rowlett a little bit, show you a few homes. Now this is a little bit of an older community, really kind of hit the day back in the 90s, early 2000s, and then Rockwall started to blow up really in mid 2000s and kind of took a lot of the notoriety, the notice, you know, it really kind of shifted people's focus to over there. So things are a lot newer on that side, but still a lot happening here in Rowlett. And we'll just show you so you can see for yourself, and we're gonna get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Dallas, Texas and the surrounding areas like Rowlett, then subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market here in Dallas. My name is Levi. You know my partner Travis, and the team and I, we get calls, texts, and emails every single day from people just like you and you and you and you looking to make their move to Dallas. We absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. Happy to help you make that smooth move to Dallas. So as I mentioned, we're right here in Rowlett, a really cool lakeside community. I love the lake. You know, we've talked about this all the time as far as the lake life here in Dallas. We don't have mountains, we don't have beaches unless they're on the lake, but we've got about 5 or 6 really cool lakes surrounding the Dallas area. So no matter where you're at in Dallas, you've always got close proximity to getting to a lake. So it just really depends on you know, which one is your favorite. Also, which one your friends have a boat as well, or maybe they got a boat docked at the lake, but you have plenty of opportunities. Actually, if I come around here, you can kind of see right over there, see a house nestled right back in there. That's a pretty good size. So some really great homes, really nice homes all throughout on the lake, plus apartment complexes that you have as well overlooking the lake. So a lot of good options here. But again, we're going to take you around, show you a couple of different homes and a couple of different price points. But first, in the Rockwall video, we mentioned the Crystal Lagoon project that's getting built. That'll be ready in the next year and a half or so. And I tell you what, it's absolutely amazing. I want to show you a little progress on that. So let's go check that out first, and then we'll go check out some homes. All right, so we're out here at the building of the Crystal Lagoon. If you saw our other video on Rockwall, when the last time I was out here, this was just dirt. At the time, they had just kind of broken ground on this whole construction site. You can see now behind me, quite a bit of progress going on so far. There's still quite a ways out on this project, but this is going to be absolutely amazing right here in the Rowlett area. I know it was in the Rockwall video, but that's because I wanted to feature that in that video, but it's really a part of Rowlett here. You can see it's just right when you cross over the bridge coming from Dallas right here, and then whenever you get on the other side of the bridge over there, you actually hit Rockwall. But we're going to be you know, Rowlett's really more of this whole section right here in between Dallas and Rockwall. But anyways, this is going to be an amazing project whenever it's finished, and as soon as they start selling some units, we'll let you know. Now let's get back to it. All right, so we're coming up on our first stop here in Rowlett, and this is a pretty good little neighborhood. Now, this home you're gonna see coming up right behind me there, This one's listed at $375,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. It's right at 2,350 square feet, and it was built in 1992. So the price per square foot is going to be right around $160. And if you're seeing some pictures getting thrown up right now, it's actually definitely had some updates. I'm pretty sure that's not the way it looked in 1992. So you're getting a nice updated home. You still have carpet throughout all the bedrooms, but looks like newer carpet in there as well. But still, looks like the neighbors are pretty much taking care of everything as well. Not likely an HOA community, or it's not an HOA community, because you see there's a boat there in the background, and that's one of the things. So a lot of people typically come to us concerned about HOAs. I don't know if it's a bad thing in other states. I'm not really keen on them in condo or townhome situations. But in communities like this, they do kind of keep things like that out of the driveways, the front yards, the street, things like that. So, that's the deal, is like if there's no HOA, then people are going to be able to park their boats out front, probably have some broken down cars. There's nothing really there to regulate that. So really, for your home value, when you go to sell, you don't want things like that typically, to be seen throughout the neighborhood, because that can sometimes put a little bit of a negativity in some buyers' eyes. Now, when you're in this price point as well, I think a lot of people are a little bit more flexible, so it's not really that big of a deal either. And maybe they want to have their boat in the driveway too, because that is convenient. You don't have to pay for dock fees or putting it at the harbor or anything like that. And of course, this being a boating community, then sometimes people are a little bit more forgiving of that as well. So just something to keep in mind. But otherwise, pretty good little neighborhood here. Looks like everyone's again nice and quiet, nice wide streets. You see, you've got these homes right here have rear entry garages, though. The ones on that side, though, where you saw the boat sitting, they've got front entry garages. So again, you have a little bit of mix throughout the neighborhood. Most times in a master plan neighborhood or community, it's going to be sometimes you'll see that mix as well. But otherwise, nothing to be concerned about. I'd still say that's a pretty nice home right there. Again, for the price range, for the price per square foot, and being this close to the lake, we're really not that far from there either. So, all I would say pluses for this one in this price range. So let's take a quick cruise around the neighborhood so you can see it, and then let's go check out the next one. So we're at our next stop, and I wanted to show you what it looks like in these in the rear entry garages. You can see here, basically just have these alleyways throughout here. Not a lot of people seem to be familiar with this, but you come out into these neighborhoods, and now I'm upsetting the the dog, going to be barking at me. But you have these alleyways that come through, that kind of cut through the neighborhood right here, and then come back here, and it allows for rear entry garage, and so that's really convenient. Typically keeps more cars off the street, but you can see this home right behind me. This one's listed at $485,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and it was built in 2002. And this one was just renovated as well. And it's right at $26.96 on the square footage, so almost 2,700 square feet, and right at $485,000. So that's going to put the price per square foot right around $185 or $180 or so. But you can see here again, kind of the same thing that we saw earlier. Not too much difference, but definitely some more established trees in this neighborhood. And again, really nice community over here, not too far off from the lake and everything else you need. So pretty much surprising to find the last two homes renovated, because that's typically not the case. So I think that's something that people are starting to do to even increase the opportunity for getting their home sold right over here. But overall in Rowlett, still a pretty good market. There is some good homes still left on the market here. We're seeing inventory definitely a decrease on top of that as well. But otherwise, the main thing is to give us a call, because we have to look at every single home on a case-by-case basis and figure out, what's going on with that home. But you saw it's got nice tall fence there as well, and 2-story. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. I think they've maintained it well. And again, they just renovated the entire inside, if you saw the pictures that popped up. So not a bad deal there for $45 over here in this area. Let's go check out one more. All right, so we're coming up on this house right here. Now it's at the end of this cul-de-sac, so there's zero traffic. It's super quiet back here, but this home is listed at $513,000. It's 2,750 square feet, and that's gonna put the price per square foot right around $185, $187 a square foot. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and this one was built in 1987, but it's been renovated. If you're seeing the pictures pop up now, pretty good job on there. It looks like they probably elevated or vaulted the ceilings in there. I'm sure that wasn't original back in there, but you're gonna see around this whole community right here. Looks like we got some veterans living close by here. Actually, I saw another veterans flag down here as well. So you're probably gonna be well protected in this house if you get this one. But I'll tell you what, you know, these listing services, these online listing services, I don't think they're great for as a seller, but as a buyer, we love negotiating these deals because we know how to work these deals whenever they're listed with these iBuyer programs, or where clearly people that list here typically get do it for a lower amount, but at the same time, typically this is actually the best one kept up I've seen so far. Most of the time the yard's overgrown. There's nobody here to actually take care of it. So that's why I always recommend, using an agent, but also you never know who you're going to get. Like whenever we call in, we always get somebody different on this house who's ever representing it, from one of those iBuyers, but that's okay. But we know how to negotiate these deals with these guys because they're not skilled negotiators like we are. And so it makes it a little bit easier to get some of these. So I like them from a buyer standpoint. I mean, if I was listing my house, I definitely would not list with them, but that's just my personal opinion and professional opinion actually as well. But we love negotiating these, so there is a deal to be had usually there. But again, still nice and quiet on this back end of this cul-de-sac. This is on a 1/4 acre as well, so it's got a pretty good, and it's pretty much all backyard, so not too shabby. But again, that pretty much wraps up. We'll take you for a little cruise around this neighborhood as well, so you can see it on your way out. But that kind of wraps up our little Rowlett tour today. Again, whether you're thinking about moving in 9 days or 90 days, just give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We're happy to help you make that smooth move to Dallas. And until next time, of course, well, we hope to show you around town.